Hey, good day, everyone. This will be a recovery video log for Friday, October 24th, 2025. It's a recovery video log because we were in Ohio on this evening. So all the goals for the day were to leave for Ohio. Danny was getting here at 10:30 to take us to the airport, wake up at 8, shower, pack, deposit money in the bank, and then see if I can make like video logs while we're there. There was no really like space for it, so I was like, I'll just make recovery video logs. It'll be fine. So woke up and went like first thing in the morning to go deposit my cash into the bank because I had like a bunch of cash on me and I was like, we'll just leave it on the card, spend free while we're there relatively. And I was so early, so I woke up at 8, got ready, and I like left at like 8:40 something, and they opened at 9. And I was like, I don't know why I assumed banks just opened at 8. I don't know why I assumed that. So did that really quick, and then after I got home, I showered super quickly and did like a quick clean of the apartment. Like got all the trash taken out, got all the dishes taken out, unplugged everything that could be unplugged. I unplugged my computer, took off all like the electronics, like turned off all the lamps. Left our TV plugged in. Corey wanted to use it while we were gone, and then did the cat litter and was just like, okay, everything's good. Finished packing, got all my stuff in my bag, and I was just like, all right, I think I'm good. And then Ava woke up and she had like packed all her stuff last night, so we were like all ready to go. And then Daniel came by at 10:30. We drove to the airport in our car, and then he drove us back. He drove our car back, and then the government's been shut down, and we actually got through TSA really easily, honestly. Early morning, Boise Airport. We waited probably 30 minutes for our plane, maybe. I got some Blue Sky bagels. I love Blue Sky bagels while we were waiting and just quick breakfast. And all while we were going through TSA, Ava doesn't have her real ID yet, which you need to fly. And they literally were just like, man, whatever, you're good. What are we gonna like? You bought a ticket, bro. And they were just like, you better get that. And we were like, okay, cool. So she goes through, and then wait for our plane. First flight was the longer of the flights. It was funny. Her and I got seated one row apart from each other. So I was in like 22E or something, and she's in 23E. So we were like, I was like reaching back and like holding her hand through the flight. And it was really funny. But our layover in Chicago was supposed to be like 40 minutes, and it ended up being like an hour and a half. It was short enough that we forego dinner. And we're like, no, we'll just eat in Ohio. Like, the plane's going to be here really soon. And then we were, like, sitting there, and I was like, we're supposed to be in the plane right now. And it was really interesting. I assume it has something to do with air traffic controllers. The time that it took for the plane to get there was way longer than usual. The time that it took for the plane to take off was insanely short. Like, it was really weird. And I was, like, sitting there, I was like, that was such a quick takeoff. Like, everyone was in their seats. Everyone did their things. Quick, like, whatever, show how the belt works. And then it was just like the plane was off, and we were like, huh, interesting. But we sat together for that flight. And, it was a really quick, really nice flight. The first landing was immaculate. Like, it was a beautiful landing. The second flight was not such a beautiful landing. We were, like, sitting there, and we were like, kind of spooky. Like, I don't know if the first guy set, like, a really high bar, but our second flight like almost took off again. Like it was like that was close. Okay, interesting. But yeah, so we landed in Ohio and like got off the plane and everything. And our friend Tira picked us up, and Ava and I were starving, dude, starving. We chose not to eat on the layover, which was a mistake because we had so much time, and the sandwiches looked so good that everyone else was eating. But Tira was like talking about food options, and she was like, yeah, there's like Burger King, McDonald's, like Dunkin', Raising Cane's, this and that. And I was just like, I've never had Raising Cane's. I've seen videos on it. I am deeply interested. So we went and got me some Raising Cane's, and Ava got some Burger King. Okay, I'll talk about that in the daily thought. That was like my daily thought for the day. We went back to Tira's apartment and hung out like on her couch in the living room and just like talked about the flight, talked about talked about plans for what we were doing. Like saw her apartment, saw her car, whatever. It was like the airport was like an hour drive or something. And after eating, we all got ready for bed, and we made like a designated spot in the corner of her apartment for like all of our luggage. And it was so funny. We literally just like had all our stuff in the corner. And yeah, dude, That bed that I was sleeping in was warm, bro. There was like 5 blankets on it, and it was just hot, bro. I was like, oh my god, I need 1 blanket at most. Like I'm good, dude. It was crazy, but yeah, we watched some like Solo Leveling. Tira is somewhere in like early season 1, and we were like, you need to watch Solo Leveling. We love Solo Leveling, but we passed out super quickly because Ava and I were like, and then Tira had she'd worked all day, so she worked like an 8-hour shift at her manufacturing job, and then came and picked us up late at night. So she's such a hero. But yeah, I wanted to share a daily thought about Raising Cane's. I have seen so many videos on Raising Cane's, and it's like the cane sauce and all this stuff. I say this as an Idahoan, maybe it's different in other places. The cane sauce was literally just like super peppery fry sauce. Like, we have fry sauce in Idaho. Just ketchup and mayonnaise. It's fry sauce. It's amazing. You know, like probably a 2-to-1, like mayonnaise 2 parts, ketchup 1 part, or like 3-to-1 ratio for a good fry sauce. Raising Cane's was like if you 3 parts mayonnaise, 1 part ketchup, and 2 parts black pepper. And it was just like a super peppery sauce. And I was like, oh my god, it's wow. The bread was cut super thick, and I like didn't care for the bread. The fries were like already super soggy, and I was like, yeah, I've heard about this. I've heard about this, right? And like it was funny because it was soggy. Like as they handed me the plate, like she handed it to me in the bag, and I grabbed a fry, and they were already soggy, and I was like, how, bro? It had to have just come out the fryer. But the chicken was immaculate, bro. Like it was like the most beautifully tender, perfectly breaded chicken I've ever had in my life. I was sitting there, I was like, it was so good. It was like the chicken was so good. And I forget what else they have on their menu. There's like I think it's like 5 total items, like fries, chicken, bread, and like 2 other things. That's their whole menu. But the chicken was amazing, and I had plenty of sauce. Like eating the fries with the sauce, I was just like, soggy potato. Like we don't really get that in Idaho, honestly. Like I feel like every fry in Idaho is just amazing for some reason. But the bread was like probably 1.6 times thicker than regular slice of bread, or maybe like twice as thick. And it was just like, this is bread, dude. That's real bread. Like it was like, it felt like a homemade loaf or something like that. But I mean, it was good. It was good. Yeah. That was pretty much all I had to say about that. But that chicken was amazing, dude. It was like super tender. But I'm like, if the whole meal isn't good, like on average, the whole meal 6 out of 10. The chicken tenders 10. The rest of it really mid. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about it. I hope you all had a wonderful Friday, and I will see you all tomorrow. Peace.